Hey Donna, I've tuned in for a while. I'm looking forward to your insightful chats and, of course, your humor. By the way, your notifications was the first thing I saw on day, considering I have not tuned in for a while. So, of course, my intuition kicked in and you reacted. Hi, Donna. Hey, everyone. I'm back. Back, bitches. Oh, it's so good to be back. Thank you all so much for your kindness and your patience while I took some time off. I've had some people inbox me or leave comments on my posts on my other platforms saying, "Where are you? You're going to come back and do a live soon. We miss you." So thank you all so much. I've missed you as much as you guys have reached out to see where the hell I am and what I'm doing. Um, hey Jay, how are ya? It's been a while. How's the family? So yeah, thank you so much. I've in a nutshell just taken some time off just to do me. I started getting very disconnected to the collective. Most of you know that I am seeing a psychologist slash psychotherapist now for my own stuff. Coming back from Sedona. When did I go there? I don't know. April? Yeah, April, I think. Coming back from Sedona, that cracked me open more than I was bloody aware. And even though I've been doing all the personal development work and all the life coaching work and all the energy work on myself and stuff, the overall realization that I came to was that I wasn't going within and tapping into the feeling space of my own experiences. So, hey, Johnny, how are ya? It has been a while. It has, especially with Alive. Good morning, friend Angelica. How are you, darling? So it's been a while, and yeah, so I've done a lot of, and I feel like I've only really scratched the surface. A lot of internal work where I had to address the feelings that I had. So, or I am experiencing. So, I wanted to just detach from the outside world instead of trying to help everybody else. I made the decision to choose myself. So, oh, thanks, Gray. Hey, Gay, I was hoping to see you today. Thanks so much, and thanks for everyone jumping along. I am going to do a collective reading. Um, at the end, I might pull some. We'll just see how time goes. But I just wanted to thank you all for still being here, still subscribing, and still sticking around. Thank you for all the encouragement, over on my social media platforms. And you've probably seen that I've added a new little baby to the list. But I just needed to take some time out and address stuff that was going on within me. So I feel like I'm getting up there good again. So I hope you've all been well. Yeah. So oh, thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Donna. Hey, Lecky. So yeah, so at the end of the day, thanks so much. It's just honestly, I think I'll probably have to share more via blogs and vlogs and all that sort of stuff because it's just too much to cover. But in a nutshell, Sedona cracked me open in more ways than one. Had a lot of like life things happening. A lot has been brought to the surface emotionally for me, so I had to take time out and sort of disconnect from everybody so I can move through the emotions. I've had some great healings and um yeah, I've been channeling a little bit differently too, which you'll see in an upcoming video. And I just love to thank my partner for being such an amazing human and for supporting me and holding space and, you know, trying to help me remember all the good stuff instead of the bad stuff. So, yeah. So, thanks so much, everyone. Hey, Anne, how are you? It's good to see you too. I'm in Queensland, Andy. I'm in Queensland, Australia. So yeah, so there's lots to come. There's lots to see. On just so that's where I've been. That's where I've been at, and I hope you've all been keeping well. It's going to be very foreign for me to tap back into the collective energies and channel some collective things. I haven't done it in ages, and I haven't really. other than the natural shaman type of messages that I've been getting on my own behind the scenes. I haven't really done much for a collective. So it's yeah, it's great. So, in saying that, and I won't take up too much of your time because I know you want the good stuff and the juice. I have launched a little bit of a sister page to my Miss Psychic D page. A lot of you may have seen me advertising it over the last week or so. I've actually launched the Bold and the Intuitive, which is a more risque side to the good old here's your psychic guidance, do this, do that, and hopefully your life will get better kind of thing. So it's an extension of the psychic insight because during my awakening, if you will, my ascension, I really tapped back into the past and tried to pull out all the times that I felt at my best, that the times that I really enjoyed my existence. And for those who are new and don't know, 5 years ago I lost my mum, and then 9 months after that I lost my brother, and it was very traumatic circumstances in so many different ways, which I'm currently working through. Um, so I sort of hit, and those who have been through such trauma know that it creates a void in your system, in your energy. So I've been working very it's so well yeah so it's just so easy for me, even though I'm a very happy, positive, easygoing person by nature and stuff, because of the injustices from those events, it's so easy for me to instantly identify with the negative stuff in life. You know, how annoying people are and how rude they are and this and that. And it brought up trust issues. You can't trust anyone. And all the negatives that could come to the surface did. I think that's where Sedona cracked it open for me. And as a result of that, I realized, even though my partner was telling me all along, that I wasn't addressing the emotional side, I had to go there and start feeling some of these less than energies. So from that was birth. And from looking back and going at all the times that I really enjoyed my life and that I've had so much fulfillment and I wake up with purpose and I went to bed satisfied and all that sort of jazz, it took me back to the days when I was doing like promotional work and I was affiliated with the adult industry in 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 many ways and stuff like that. And the best times when it comes to my working career, when I was actually doing promotional work at Sexpo, and that's going back a few years. But so yeah, and I've always had a really keen interest in adult entertainment, not necessarily stripping. Just before your minds go there, not necessarily that, but just the it's the energy of it. It's the people that have really open minds and they're really passionate about their skills and they're very dedicated to it and the joy it does bring other people. So yeah, so I tried to kick this off about a year ago, I believe, but when I look back and it didn't sort of transpire because it's law of attraction, it's energy, I realized that I come up with this idea. It was a passion of mine, but it really was just a band-aid fix for the emotional stuff that I hadn't yet addressed. But now that I'm addressing it, I can fully embody it. And that's why I birthed um, the bold and the intuitive. So the link is down below if you want to join the Facebook page. It's separate from my other page because I'm going to keep them separate. But or if you don't use Facebook, you can follow along on Instagram and still see the posts and all that. So hello to everyone joining. It is certainly really nice, Gay, to slow down, and I encourage everyone to do it. I actually received better and more in that downtime than I did flogging my guts trying to trying to work, so to speak. So yeah. So hey, kitty, kitty, hey, Denise, how are ya? So that's where I'm at. The bold and the intuitive is going to be obviously a little bit AO. It's going to allow me to be the person that I truly am. I've got a bit of a sailor mouth. Sailor mouse, is that what they say? I've got a very open and liberated mind, and soul. And I have always loved, like I say, that adult entertainment side of things. So what in due time, my ultimate goal is to become a silhouette dancer. So I'll put that out there right now. That's my goal. So yeah, so I'm working towards that by joining. I'm going to be joining a burlesque dance group, and I'm also doing reformer Pilates twice a week moving forward now, and just dance from an app that I downloaded and stuff like that. And I just want to show you guys through the clarity of my own example that if you have a dream and you have a desire and you have a passion, it doesn't matter about what's going on around you. As long as you're committed to your goals and your dreams and your desires, you can do have whatever you set your mind to. So watch this space. But I'd love for you to come over and join me over there if you feel inclined. It's just where I get to speak. It's difficult because I do psychic work and I take the messages that I share very seriously because I'm still influencing people's mental health and their lives and stuff like that. So there is that serious component. But also on the other side, there's this cheeky little frisky free being, love, peace, mung being chick who has been hiding for a little bit too long. So if you don't mind a few P's and Q's and adult content, um, head over there and we'd love to see you over there. It's going to get a little bit more interactive. I'm just obviously laying the foundation. So, but I eventually want to get into helping couples. I want to eventually get into maybe helping people in the dating world by doing energetic screenings on people. That was birth too, because I have a lot of people sending me screenshots of you know, people they meet online and they go, "Is this one any good? Is this one any good?" And all that sort of stuff. So I thought, why don't I get a group of maybe 6 men, 6 women, do an energy screen on them, do a little bit of matchmaking, have some speed dating events, online events, psychic parties online, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, if you want to get amongst that, you can go over to the Bold and the Intuitive and see what unfolds over there because I'm fucking how exciting! Hey, Wendy, how are you? I used to get told that I swear like a truckie. Well, this is why you and I soul sisters, Kitty. That's what it is. Dating, what's that? Oh, were you about to find out, Denise? Uh, I've forgotten what dating is too. Oh, well, we'll have to get you back into it. Look, I don't know when you jumped on, but one thing that I realized that I wasn't putting enough time and focus and energy into since being cracked open in Sedona is the sensuality side of life. So a lot of people just think because someone says sensuality that it means sex and it means sexuality and it means going around bonking anything you get your hands on and all that sort of stuff, but it's not. I use my intuitive senses, which is my clairaudience, is my ability to hear, my clairvoyance, which is the ability to see, my claircognizance, which is that all idea generating, just my clear knowingness, and my clairsentience, which is my feeling space. I use them a lot of the time because it's my work, it's what I do. But what I was doing is I was neglecting the actual sensuality side when it comes to my physical senses. So that's touch, smell, um, all those that I can't think of off the top of my head. So it was about me getting in touch with my sensuality side so that energy can then unfold into whatever I create for myself and for everyone else's pleasure moving forward. So, yeah, so if you do want to um, follow along at home, obviously subscribe and head over to the Bold and the Intuitive and that, because that's mainly where I'll share all the content and stuff like that. But um so much to learn, so much to unpack. Sometimes I'm talking about it, I'm going, holy shit, I did this and I did that and I learned this and I learned that and this is bloody amazing. Amazing. So yeah. Oh, you would participate in it, Denise? Or get on over there. Get over there. And I'm having to travel a lot more too. So it doesn't matter where you are. My partner, obviously, as many of you probably know, is a medical intuitive and Reiki practitioner. So him and I are thinking about doing stuff together and going traveling around to parts, especially if people have disability or they're really unwell. Obviously, that's his forte, helping those who are quite physically or unwell. So, um, touch, taste, smell, sight, and sound. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. That's all of them. That's all of them. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. I won't take up. It's been 15 minutes already. So that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. And I've just learned so much. And we're at a time as a collective consciousness to really start embodying this new version of self, whatever that looks and smells and tastes and feels like for you, I go banter on about it, but I can't tell you how much more fulfilling life is and how much of a broader, better perspective you get on life when you actually get into the emotions of things and actually feel it. So, yeah. So if you are after a Reiki session, my beautiful partner's going away on leaving me for the jungle, going to the jungle in Peru to have a truly magical experience, and I'm sure he'll have fun, but I'm gonna miss him. But that's gonna give me some time. Obviously, here I'm gonna do heaps of videos, try to help you all in some way. If you do have, I'm thinking about doing like a Dear Dan kind of column. If you do have a question or something that you'd like me to discuss in a podcast or something, please by all means let me know. If not, I'm just gonna go on with my own little ramblings and just do what I do. So, yeah. Hey, Lisette. No, my partner's going to Peru. He's going to the jungle to do medicinal plant medicine and stuff like that. So, yeah, he's very lucky, very lucky. So, yeah, I'll probably be online heaps because I'll have to fill my time in. Otherwise, the missing may come in too much. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah. My nana is from the Amazon. She does that. He will have a blast. Oh, I'm so thrilled for him. So excited. I mean, he's a wonderful practitioner now, but I know he's going to go and meet some amazing, true blue, authentic shamans and stuff. And I can't wait to hear all about it when he gets back. It's going to be very exciting. Yeah. Thank you, Kitty. You keep me company. Hey, Ben. No. So yeah, so that's that. Anyway, I'm not going to go on to about it too much. We're at 18 minutes already. So thank you for the warm welcome back. I'm so glad you could all join me today. I really, really appreciate it. If you want to go join the Bold and Intuitive, where it's more AO adult content, and you want to watch my journey towards becoming a silhouette dancer or something in the adult industry, you're more than welcome to do that. If not, stick on Miss Psychic D. I'll be doing channelings and stuff, just the psychic stuff over there. And hopefully come on lives on here where I can entertain you in some type of way. Yes, I love the way that you're all talking with each other, and I bet you all miss each other as just as much. All right. So as you guys know, if you want to contact me, please contact me through my website, which is misspsychicd.com.au. Um, you can book in for a session with me there if you like, or get in contact if you want to collaborate on anything exciting. Bold and Intuitive, link down below on Facebook. If not, follow on Instagram because all the posts will be going on there as well. And keep an eye out here for more shorts, more live, more videos, more whatever I feel needs to come out. So, yeah. All right, let's get into this, eh? I'm going to ask Spirit to use all my senses safely, securely, and in full protection to offer my beautiful community members, my deliberate creators, those who want to receive something that's for your highest good. This is for you. I've decided to do a standard layout today. This is the type of layout that I would do if you were to have a one-on-one reading with me. So it may not suit everyone, but if there's something in it that you can take or there's some resonance to it, just take it. And if it doesn't, leave the rest. Oh, Ben, number 6. Have you thought about buying a TV recently? Congratulations. That's very exciting. Very exciting. Yeah. Hey, Lauren, how are you? Oh, it's so funny because this card jumped out in the pre-shuffle and it's just jumped out again. So your commitment's being tested. And I want to say to you guys right now, how bad do you want the change or the shift that is very active? I think it's been birthed and we're going to go back a while from that Scorpio full moon that we had. But there's been lots of astrological changes happening. I can't sort of get into that because I haven't paid attention to that. I've just been doing me. So if you follow astrology, star signs, all that sort of stuff, then you probably know what's else going on. But this is, they're telling me with this card, my throat chakra wants to close up. Push forward. Now's the time to push forward. Um, we've got prosperity lies ahead. So I got before I got on here too that there's something with contractual agreements that's coming in. So contracts to me usually represent stability, security um in your life. One thing that they're asking me to keep it broad, but one thing that's coming in for me here is when I first realized that I had a lot of undealt with emotion within me and stuff like that. The fundamental knowing that come out of that was the fact that I didn't feel safe and secure to land in my body. So it was good to stay up with spirit and ask them for guidance, and it's good to put it into action into my work and invest in something. But the reason why I wasn't dealing with the emotion that I was dealing with is because I didn't feel safe and secure in my body. So that may be a very poignant message for some of you if you feel like I can't, I just, you're not dealing with things emotionally. It could be the fact that you don't feel safe and secure in your body. So even though safety and stability does come from the material world, whether that's cars, whether that's a home, whether that's money, whether that's relationships or anything like that, the fundamental one rule is that you need to feel safe and secure and steady within yourself. So um if you can take a look at that, that would be really handy right now because I am seeing and signing a contract here. A lot of you may be just experiencing a new soul contract because I'm noticing that a lot with my private readings. They have heaps of good stuff coming in, which I will share with you guys what it is specifically. But at the end of the day, a lot of the people that I've been reading for are closing out a cycle and they're about to start on a new 7 to 8 year life cycle. And now's the time just to tidy up those loose ends and stuff, especially addressing what stability, security, and safety feels like for you. So the contract could be a new soul contract. So yeah, yeah, that's the thing, Kitty. So you said feeling it is different. Once again, remember that I would go into that self inquiry and say, why don't I feel safe and secure to actually feel it? So yeah, but please know there is some type of yes, and this one come out in the pre-shuffle as well. Don't let pride get in your way. There's some stubborn oxes out there at the moment. Stubborn or scared. They said so. Some people are just being stubborn. They're letting pride get in their way, and it's really causing a massive juncture in their life. Um, but some people are actually scared. So sometimes we do have to push through certain things and feel the fear and do it anyway. I would love to come over and do all the work for you, so you don't have to do it. But I can't. I can only give you the guidance. But if I could encourage any of you right now, it is to start pushing through, whether this is through learning something new and applying it, whether this is actually being honest with yourself and sort of saying, I might need some help, or whether this is actually facing it. Like I've had to face my emotions over the last month, and that wasn't pretty at times. That wasn't pretty at times, but Spirit do want everyone to know, whether you believe it or not, and we hope you do believe it, that the end of this tough cycle is approaching. It's really important to start really grounding yourselves and anchoring into your ideas and sort of focus more so on where you're going rather than where you've been. We've got surrender to the divine as well. So this is about if you feel like something's out of your control, if you feel like you don't know what to do, you step into that logical, strategic space of who, what, when, why, all that sort of stuff. It's maybe write it down. Write down those concerns and stuff, and either put it in a journal and allow the universe to take care of it. You can do so in prayer. You can create yourself a little God box. If you believe in a higher power or something outside of yourself, I would really encourage that at the moment. You have a fire. We'll be doing that tonight probably, but have a fire and write down all your worries and concerns and put it in the fire. One thing I'm noticing too, and I'll do so much more on this and that, but my partner and I were doing meditations and stuff, and it come to me that a lot of people at the moment are only working up here, like with galactics or with spirit or up in the woo, up here. But it's also really important to get down in touch with Mother Gaia as well, like get in touch with the land and the fairy elements and all that sort of stuff. So I just heard pick your poison, pick your poison. So, if you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. So yeah. Well, ah, thanks, Ben. Well, congratulations once again. Have a great day. So yeah, so please don't let pride or ego or fear or being scared get in your way. We are in a massive time of transition, so attach yourself to nothing. Just be an open vessel. Just say, "Surprise and delight me, universe." Surrender any worries or concerns to the divine here, but also start placing your order with the universe too, so you can start getting what it is that you do want. The end of this cycle is approaching. A lot of you are about to start a whole new life cycle, which is going to go for another 7, 8 years. So you're going to repeat history, or you're going to get frisky and down over on Bold and Intuitive and come play with us a little bit more because prosperity and a contract is lying ahead for you. And you're not being tested right now. Everything that's happening to you is happening for you. So rather than sit there and go, oh, why is this all happening to me? And sort of tap into that victim type energy, have a look at it from a bit of a broader perspective and go, what's this trying to show me? What's this trying to show me? If you have trouble with that, that's why booking in with a coach or a mentor or if you don't know what to do, obviously book in for a reading. Can help you out, but nothing's happening to you. It's all happening for you, and you're about to merge into more safe and stable times. Spirit would really love for you with the Six of Cups here, Six of Swords. I'm not a tarot card reader, so don't come at me and say that tarot card doesn't mean that. They want you to look into yourself right now. Look into your own cup and follow your intuition on all those little nudges that you're getting. Now's the time to get your ducks lined up in a row. That's about writing down those things that you do want and then put down the reasons why you want them. Because the only time you want anything is because of the feelings that you'll have from having it. I do see a lot of people moving somewhere else. So this could be moving from one job to a completely different job. This can be moving from one state to another. This can be moving from one level of consciousness to another. This can be going on a trip. There's something coming in, and I'm going to keep this broad for everyone. This can happen within the next 3 months. That if you get your ducks in a row and you get yourself into an emotional alignment with that, then you've got a dream that's going to come true for you. You've got a dream or something that you've been asking for coming in for you. Stay flexible as to how it's going to come in because it'll probably come in a way that you least expect it. Because I feel like I'm a deer in the headlights now. And it's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. We want you to start expecting your outcomes and all those manifestations that you're calling in for yourself rather than continue to expect doom and gloom and problems and issues and all that sort of stuff because the possibility of you receiving what you deem as prosperity could be in love, can be in life, can be in money, can be in career change, can be in anything. It's coming in for you, especially over the next 3 months. A lot of you are going to receive a newfound level of abundance. So if you do have overheads, if you do want extra money to invest into something, if you've been working that job and you haven't been paid your worth, and there may be a certain type of bonus, or they just told me an extension when it comes to money. So what you want you to, I just feel like I'm receiving something and I get to pay it out. So this I go receive some money. This often comes up in tax time too. So it could be your tax return. I don't know. But at the end of the day, if you can feel as rich and wealthy and what's the word for it? Overflowing as you can. So obviously top your cup up first. There's some type of windfall that's going to come in. So you'll either go to Keno, win Keno, and then get to put that money aside. You'll get a pay rise, and you go, you know what? I'm so used to living off this money. I might put that extra money aside just for a little bit of a nest egg. There's something about savings. Savings. But they just told me that you're gonna have to step out of the shadows. You're gonna have to want more. You gotta wanna do more. You gotta do more inspired action steps. My throat chakra throughout this whole lot keeps wanting to close up. So maybe some of you struggle to speak your truth or speak into being what it is that you do want. I find this a lot when people don't know what it actually looks like. Like, it's like, do I go to Queensland? Do I go to New South Wales? Do I go to Victoria? Like, where do I go? Whatever. If that's you, try to step away from the specific just a little bit and just tap into the feeling. Where I'm living feels fun. It feels free. It feels like community. It feels safe. It feels secure. It feels like there's opportunities around every corner for me. It feels fun. I love going out on Friday nights. I love going and playing bingo. Bingo's so much fun. I love it when everybody's sitting there tapping their board and then bingo, and go into that feeling, go more so into the feeling of it than than expecting what it specifically looks like, because that's where most people trip themselves up. Yeah. Yes, reframing is a big one, Kitty. That's what I'm learning at the moment. So I know there's a lot of people out there that can't afford or don't have access to maybe psychologists or whatever. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do like little mini series of my journey with my psychotherapist. And if it's just a little something, something that I can share and you guys want to ask, if you guys want to know, so you can, if you're really heavily into your own personal development, then it may help you in some way. So ooh, yeah, I cannot emphasize enough how much you guys are on the precipice of this massive change. Your only job right now is to tap into the passion of it. That's the feeling space of it. Try not to logically work it out. Try not to manipulate it. Try not to force it to happen, because we don't chase in this life, we attract. You need to be the best possible version of self and be the person that you want to be in the next 6 to 12 months. So for me, silhouette dancing, instead of going into that, oh, my body, oh, this, oh, that, I really try to reframe it, like Edie was saying, and I reframe it. And I said, I might not be there yet, but I love how every day my confidence is building. And I love that I can go and entertain people. And I love how I get paid to play. And I love this and I love that. Love this, real love. And I just go into visualization of it. I'm not attaching myself to anything specifically. It's just the feeling. And then when I get that feeling and it's going, it's like, oh, I might choose that apple over that Mars bar. Oh, I might have this instead of that. And you need to allow linear time for that to catch up to speed. But I have to say that the most significant reading part of this reading for me, for you guys, is money. There's something based around money. It's around finances. It's around value. It's around material possessions. That's mainly what I'm getting. And I'm telling you now that if you just choose to believe that there's an opportunity just laying around the corner for you, you'll be signing a contract before you could say how, sooner than you could say, how's your mother? Yeah, devil energy. So it is about releasing anything that's no longer serving you. Some people call it toxic, but that's sort of deviating away from that word. But the devil energy is just anything that you know that is not for your highest good. You can't. set a goal for yourself to lose 12 kilos or something and then continue to eat the Mars bars. It's if you want change in your life, you can't keep thinking the same old things. If you're waking up each day and doing the same thing, expecting a different result, you're wasting your time. So better the devil you know than the devil you don't. If this is not happening within you, sometimes you have to look in at your space around you. Are there people? Are there people at around you that aren't really sort of lifting you up and adding value to your life? Is your environment nice and clean and sage and organized and in alignment and congruent with how you want your daily rituals and practices to be? We just completed the 30-day Law of Attraction challenge over on the Facebook group, and even though there wasn't a lot of action in it, I know for myself that just writing out the fundamentals of the law of attraction and then following the prompts that were given in that's helped me out tremendously. So if you want to be involved in something like that, I could probably organize something with that as well. But it is, you have to shift your mindset and you have to get your emotions into alignment with what it is that you're calling in for yourself to actually see it and experience it in this life. Um, God, they're jumping out. Ugh. Yes, Wheel of Fortune, baby. Everything's coming in your favor. That I'm hearing that song, Florence and the Machine, Dog Days Are Over. But are you willing to let it go? Are you willing to release it? Are you willing to do one small thing each and every day moving forward that's going to get you closer to what prosperity looks like? Even though I'm getting money in this reading itself, it can apply to love life. It can apply to, if you want to get a new friendship circle or you want to collaborate with more various business associates, whatever it is, it's coming in for you. It's part of the justice. It's part of your karmic justice. The grass is greener on the other side. I know most of you can smell it, taste it, sense it, feel it, especially if you're very intuitive. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, I love that you do that, Gay. I had a type of shutdown too, went on a scientific journey and looked into me and just starting to ground, signed up to Reiki level 1, got out my bioptron therapy notes. I love that, Donna. Good on you. Good on you. And then honestly, learn. Just learn. If you feel like you can't do anything, learn, grow, expand. Here we go. If you can find it within yourself to really step up into your power and cut out the BS, the behaviors that no longer serve you, the thoughts that no longer serve you, the people that you hang around, you clean up your spaces. That includes your car and your office and everywhere else. And I just said, "What's with the throat chakra?" And they said, "Maybe you just need to reinstate some new internal dialogue, the way that you talk to yourself." You do that, there's like a golden nugget on the other side of this. It's something that you as an individual are hyper fixated on. It's something that you're calling in for yourself, but it's gonna cost you that old version of you. You're gonna have to let it go and do something and stretch a little bit. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy, but if life was easy, it wouldn't be fun. I love money and money loves me. Money flows me through me and from me, just like love. Love that kitty kitty. And from multiple sources. And from multiple sources. Please know that if you're going through a hard time, things are going to get better. You need to open yourself up to that. Be very, very mindful, and I'll say this out loud. I'm going to do videos on it, but because this is the part that I'm going to be expressing in my way over on the Bold and the Intuitive. Be very mindful of the vibration that you're in. I come across a lot of people that are still very much heavily vibrating in healing. I can't do this until I heal that. And then they heal that and they go, well, I can't do this until that. I can't do this. You really need to knock that off. You're either in the healing modality, and that's okay, go for it. You just can't expect to receive your manifestations if you're going back and resurrecting old thoughts, old emotions, all that sort of stuff. Or you're going, you know what I mean? I've done enough of that. I'm going to be the deliberate creator. I'm going to hang around with Psychic D a bit and see what she's doing and bloody be inspired by her stretching herself and pushing herself forward and not giving a rip what anyone else thinks and just being herself. And I'm going to do that. What is the ultimate? The ultimate part of life is when you can actually learn as you go, where you don't need to be in either category. You have an experience, you realize it's a contrast, you address the feeling, you feel the feeling, you move your way through, you accept that new inspired idea that comes from it, and then you put inspired action towards something, not just trying to do something to get a different result because it won't work. So it won't work. I love that, Donna. Go for it. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, look, I love it how the cards just compliment it all. Look, we've got time to go and we've got come to the edge and we've got not for you. So keep decluttering all areas of your life on a holistic level. A lot of you are still entertaining or attaching yourself to things that are no longer for your highest good or have absolutely no chance to take you where you need to go. Could be a lot of thought processes, but you have a lucky, fortunate event, a contract that's coming in for you that's going to bring you in stability and security, and it's going to make you happy, happy. So this hasn't been birthed yet. I feel like this hasn't been birthed yet. So just remember that you were born happy, joyful, prosperous, abundant. There was no lack, there was no scarcity. It was life and the influences around you that made you think otherwise. Come back to soul, come back to self. Try not to find happiness. Happiness is within you. You just need to invest your time, energy, and focus into those things that actually stimulate you and get you on all sensual levels and get that energy moving, especially in your body. Like doing reformer Pilates the other day, I was like, woo, gave me so much energy, feed your body right, all that sort of stuff. You have new ideas that may be bubbling to the surface. Put them towards somebody like Donna just did. I'm going to do this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't have to go and physically do it, but just get into that pre-paving expectation that it is going to happen. You're open to receive it, however it's going to come in, and have fun along the way. Have fun along the way. But you are going from one place to another. Oh, that's all I can say. So you may have been long time unemployed and then all of a sudden be employed. You may have gone from lack and scarcity in financial to receiving some sort of financial gain that you get to play and put some aside. You may be living in Queensland at the moment and you move down to Victoria. You may be like there's a contrast that you're going from basically famine to feast. And all you need to do right now is just to feel your way into that. Jumping out. If you don't know what to do, consult an expert. Get a Reiki healing, get a psychic reading, go to a psychotherapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, counselor, whatever you need. Go to workshops, go and learn a different modality, a new modality, a new job, career, get into study. The Hierophant jumped out before I got on, and that usually represents study as well. Maybe some of you are signing up to a course to learn to do something new. Um, we also got alchemy. So it is about alchemizing that energy. You have the Midas touch right now. Every project you begin turns to gold. A lot of this is basing down to your belief system. A lot of people believe that they need to see it to believe it. And we're saying, no, how about you try and believe it and then you'll see it? That's how it works. So you're being helped. So there is an energy that may come towards you that actually wants to help you. This can also be in non-physical stance as well, your spirit team, past on loved ones. There is help here, but some of you either need it in the physical sense where it is an actual facilitator or practitioner or professional, but others it's your spirit guides. It's your spirit guides. It's your loved ones who've made their transition. The card just says heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. It goes back to surrendering to the divine. If you do want to live a little bit more of a spirit led lifestyle, obviously follow along at home, go back and watch my old videos. I live a very spirit led lifestyle. I believe in energy fluidity. I got Queen song now, "Any way the wind blows." So I get into shamanism if you like. There's no religion attached to shamanism. It's just a way of being. Get into something. Get into something. It'll really, really help you. Yep. Have faith. Whatever you do, even if you just cross your fingers, go, I have faith that this is going to happen. I don't have to work it all out, but I'm going to have faith that it's going to happen. And self forgiveness jumped out. So there is a high level of forgiveness. That's a big subject. So maybe you need to release past mistakes that you feel like you've made, past choices that you've made. Because if you can forgive yourself, you can also forgive others who may have been a catalyst for your own personal growth and expansion. But yeah, self-forgiveness, have faith, alchemize the energy. You are being helped on the physical and the non-physical realms. All that needs to be done is to have a look at your life and go, okay, what's serving me and what's not serving me? This is what I want, and this is the reasons why I want it. And then when you get into that sort of neutral space or whatever, your next best inspired action will come in. Um, I'll come back and read your comments in a sec, but I'm going to pull some animal spirit guides out just to close this reading off for you all. Hope that helped you in some way. I love these cards. Got them in Sedona as well. Mhm. So, all right, beautiful. We got the ladybug. This is a time of good fortune and abundance. So be willing to receive all the good things in life. So if you see a sign from spirit, whether that's 333 555, you find a coin, you find a feather or something, check in with yourself and ask yourself, in this moment, am I focused on the absence of my desire? Or am I focused on my desire actually coming in for me? The main question I would ask myself is, am I focused on the absence right now? Am I trying to figure it out? Is what I'm doing not conducive to me moving forward? But that just backs up that I do see some of you having some stability and security coming in for you. We also got the seagull. Now is a time for deep emotional healing. So what did I say? You've got to address the emotions. You've got to feel the emotions, whether it's through a cry, whether it's through raging, whether that's through physical release in some type of way, whether that's somatic, whether that's through healing or something like that. It's really important to take care of your emotions at this time. We got the tiger. You're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you're capable of doing so. Partner and I are no stranger to this card. Actually, we're no stranger to all these cards. These always seem to come out for both of us. But you've got to be the leader of your life. You've got to be this ace of swords. You've got to have the balls to turn around and go, I'm sorry, I don't have time for that today. Or no's a full stop answer. That's not for my highest good. I wouldn't even go into argue mode with people at the moment. This is an internal phoenix rising type energy where no is a full stop sentence. And if it's not conducive with my highest good, if it doesn't make me feel good, if it doesn't help elevate me in some way, then it's a no. And find peace and love and forgiveness for that. We've got mouse. You're overlooking some important details. So pay close attention to what's going on. So what's going on within you? What's going on within you? Try not to blame the external world for everything because it's not their fault. They're just a mere catalyst as to where your frequency is at, your evidence. And last but not least, we've got blue heron. So make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Now's the time to go, I don't care what you think. I don't care how you feel about it. This is my life. I'm here for my own journey. I want to wake up with purpose and go to bed satisfied. I want to have my loved ones standing around me at my funeral when I've made my transition and say, Danielle did this, and Danielle was like this, and Danielle achieved this, and she was the best possible version of herself, and she has no regrets, and all that sort of stuff. What do you want people to say in your eulogy? And it's time to sort of take that and start sculpting and um, molding that and manifesting that for yourself. So that's where we're at. So if you need help doing that, obviously reach out, book in for a session. I will be doing more lives, where I will be answering, doing psychic readings and stuff for donations. Um, Stay tuned for all that. So, but at the end of the day, everyone's just got to be willing to help themselves. If you can't help yourself, you know, what else can anyone do? So, yeah, I hope that made sense. I'm just going to have a quick pop back, break out of that energy, and see what you guys have been talking about. Okay, Gay's been waiting for her ship to come in. I had a vision of a ship that was anchored offshore. I had a feeling it was almost time. Perfect, Gay. So I think this reading was very conducive to the message for you, and they're waiting for you to get into I can swim energy. I can swim. I don't have to wait for that boat to come to me. I can actually have the confidence and perseverance and the strength to swim to it. Why does everyone have to? Why? Don't wait. Don't wait. I love that kitty. I get my whole life. I let my whole life slip through my fingers. Hard to forgive myself there. Well, once again, Johnny, takes time and it takes therapy, so to speak. But all I can say to you is regret itself is actually a truly wasted emotion, because when it comes to energy and when it comes to the real world, real life, you can't go back and change anything. Like, you can't go back and change those decisions and those choices, and you can't remove what other people had done to you either. So when you actually sit with that and have that land a little bit and know that you are the creator of your own reality and all you have is now, and you no longer need to use that as an excuse to not move forward and stuff like that, you turn your boat. Let's use the boat as an analogy today. You turn your boat, that's your mental and emotional self, in a brand new direction. So it is about finding peace with that. A few months ago, I ended up in a critical care post op and nearly didn't make it home, which was all my fault. Pre op, my energy didn't care if, but wow, I feel, wow, Donna, holy schmoly. Look at you though, going and transmuting and alchemizing that and seeing the higher perspective of it all. That's amazing. And yes, Donna, we are very glad that you're still here with us, even though non-physical is not that bad. I had a lady beetle land on me at work the other week. There you go, Denise, extra confirmation. Try not to focus on the absence of everything. It's about it coming in. Yeah, good on you, kitty. Yeah, what's the point in arguing with anyone? You're just feeding that energy. Let them fight the. Oh, that's another thing that come in over the last month that from an outsider looking in. How many people use their precious time and energy to fight for their own limitations? I was doing it. I was doing it. Partner who's so encouraging, so loving, so caring, so nurturing, so you go get them, Dan, and all that sort of stuff. And I'm going, oh, but. And what I realized myself at the end of that is just I just wasn't in emotional alignment with it. I still had belief systems that weren't for my highest good. And once I sort of worked my way through the emotion of it, which was typically anger and frustration and annoyance, um, the other side of it started landing for me. So the cards have told me repeatedly, shower of abundance, cornucopia, but I can't see where it would come from yet. You don't need to see it, Johnny. You need to feel it. What does $100,000 feel like for you? Oh, how was that book? Let them. That's Mel Robbins, isn't it? I said finger up when you did it. Like mine's. Uh, oh, you're welcome, Lisette. It's so good to see you again. Yeah, get into the Audible, kitty. I've seen a few videos on the yeah. Like I say, guys, what really helps at the end of the day is that learning and knowing what the law of attraction is, knowing what your purpose on earth is, knowing more about the different departments in life on a holistic level, blending the science side of things in with the spiritual side of things, into the physical side of things. Knowledge is power. It really, really is. So once you have that firm knowing, this is where I got trapped a little bit because I've got both knowings. I've got the 3D knowings and stuff like that, but then I've also got the spiritual knowings, and they just couldn't meet the totally different frequency. So I chose to stay up here, but I was neglecting the 3D version. So I find that a lot of people doing that as well. So it's a great book. Awesome. I might check that out too. So I'm excited for you too, Donna. Please keep me posted. And like I say, I'll be doing these more regularly. 100K feels like what I'd like to get for my digital art piece, studying gold as an NFT. Well, what does it feel like? Does it feel like freedom? Does it feel like just imagine, Johnny, that someone's handed you a $100,000 check out of nowhere, out of absolutely nowhere. How would you feel? You'd be skipping, you'd be dancing, and be like, and you'd be like, "Oh, I get to shop from the nice part of the store, and oh, I'm gonna buy myself this, and I'm gonna buy myself that, and when I get my Lamborghini, I don't even you can't get Lamborghinis for that much, but anyway, go into the fantasy of it all, go into that type. That's what you do. That's what you do. I have a few more minutes. I'm from the kindness of my heart just to say thank you. I'll give you something, Johnny, because I know that you need it. If anybody else wants to ask me a quick question, you're more than welcome to do so. Moving forward, when I do lives on here, people can pre-purchase and guarantee a question through PayID or through Super Chat, something like that. Or I think I'll probably more so go live over on Instagram, Facebook. Too many scammers, too many spammers. It's just a bloody nightmare. So I'm going to ask Spirit to quickly give Johnny something. Spirit, what does Johnny need to know moving forward? You've still got this female energy that wants to come and help you in some way. It's about tempering your emotion. It's about tapping your energy into my glass is half full and getting better and better and better rather than it's half empty and draining. Honestly, Johnny, they're really requiring you to look within yourself right now because you're stronger than you give yourself credit for. You have more ability than you give yourself credit for. There's still some type of reliance or dependence on the outside world to validate your existence, to validate your worth, to validate who you are as a person. You know who you are. Tap into that a little bit more. I can guarantee you that if you ground and anchor your energy a little bit more into a better expectation for yourself, and especially in regards to what you deserve, there is balance coming in for you. There's a wonderful partnership and a wonderful union. And I know that you're not into ladies, you're into men. This female energy could be in the masculine form. I'm just reading the energy, but there's someone who wants to come and collaborate with you. I do see this being more of a romantic sense, if I'm honest, but this has got to come from a time when you leave the injustices and that of the past behind and start telling the story of what it is that you do want. You've got the Hierophant. Here comes this contract for you again. So there is stability and security coming in. You've asked for help. You're to the universe. You've received your help. It's definitely coming in, but now it's just up to you to decide to get a little bit more specific on what it is that you do want and listen to nobody else. Listen to yourself. Listen to spirit. So it is about doing the work, Johnny. I'd love to have a magic wand and wave it over you and give you all the prosperity and joy and abundance like I'd love to do for everybody else. But unfortunately, I can't do that. But I hope that little bit of guidance helped you in some way. Oh, thanks, Gay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, Gay. Let's go, Gay. Spirit. Let's let's tap into Gay's energy and let's see what's coming up for her. What can she expect or what does she need to know to help her move forward? You got a brand new beginning. You Oh, Gay. I don't know whether you've gone through a bit of a spiritual awakening. They're telling me this month and next month. So you are actually going through a death and rebirth. I think you're more so in the rebirth part. I think you've gone through a bit of a spiritual awakening, if I'm honest. I feel like your intuitive senses are really kicking off. So whether you're starting to hear things, see things, feel things, knowings, especially knowings, you're a really, really good seer. So you can see things for what they are and you can see the way that things can unfold. So really embrace that and bask on that. There's money coming into you from maybe hobby or business or work related activities, but there's also someone that wants to come in for you and help work with you in some way. I feel like if you want to make money off an idea or something like that, then there's someone that wants to come in and support you with that. I'm seeing a great time for harvest for you, Gay. It's about receiving. You've gone up a notch. I know you probably don't energetically feel it too much right now, but it's going to start building over the next 6 weeks. So keep telling yourself that you're good enough. Keep welcoming it in. Keep being open to how this can transpire for you because it definitely is. There's victory coming in for you, Gay. Absolute victory coming in for you. There's something that is going to be fully supported. You've actually got up to 3 things coming in, and it's really important that you know what it is that you want because you're going to have to make a judgment call as to which one to take. So these are 3 really good offerings, but you will have to sit back and sort of go, okay, well, am I more passionate about that, or should I do? Am I going to go there, or am I going to do that? We don't tell people what to do, but I would encourage you to pay more attention and focus on that one thing that you're passionate about. That's what I would do. So I hope that helps you, Gay. Did you have 2 questions, Gay? Is that 2 super chats there? Did you have another question? Kitty, kitty. Absolutely, King of Pentacles. There's actually a company or there's someone outside of yourself that actually wants to help support you, sponsor you, do something with this. I feel like there's a masculine energy that wants to come into your energy as a support network and maybe friends first and benefits later, if you know what I mean. But no, you won't stay in your current work, Gay. If you want to branch out on your own, then there's every possibility for you to do that. So use it as a way to means, but no. Um, yes, there is money attached to yours, kitty kitty. Yep. And like I think I've said this to you before in private sessions or whatever, but you're someone who's a very gypsy nature. You're probably doing 25,000 different things. So yeah, just follow, just keep doing and investing time and energy in things you're passionate about because that will definitely lead into something else. And we all love a few benefits. All right, Anne, let's see. Romantic connection, relationship this year for Anne. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Absolutely, you will when you release your energy from someone from the past or an experience from the past or something that needs to be laid to rest. So if you have, this can be an energetic tie or bond with somebody, or if you're still physically connected or speaking to or interacting with someone from the past, that needs to be released for you to receive your soulmate, for you to line up with your soulmate. So, in the meantime, they're saying focus on your money, focus on your stability, focus on your security, and especially, most of all, focus on your self love, because you have new financial victories coming in for yourself to set yourself up. And then when you're in that best possible version of self, that's when the new partner will come in. So, yes, I will have to say within the next 8 months based on your energy. But obviously, if you do the energy work, it can happen a lot sooner. So, yeah. So, yeah. Denise wants to know if she'll meet a romantic partner this year. All right. Spirit, will Denise meet a romantic partner this year? Hmm. They just told me November, so there's a strong possibility of you aligning with someone with November, but I see more of a relationship sense next year. So this could be someone that just comes and reintroduces to you what a real man looks and feels like. Because the energy I see coming in for you is a go-getter. They're very passionate, they're quite well-rounded. I think you still have a little bit of work to do when it comes to your confidence and your belief system when it comes to the male species. um, and but the good thing is, I think from your past experiences, you've really learned to trust your intuition. So if you see a red flag, it's a red flag and you won't entertain it and you can just cut and dry it thing. But the next person that is coming in, I feel like you crossing paths somewhere, probably November. I keep hearing November 16th, so I don't know whether that's significant, but somewhere in November. Um, it may take a few months for you to fully form some form of trust in this energy, but I do see the potential of you being in a relationship from March onwards next year. So yeah. So I hope that helped you. Bummer reading today. Sigh. What do you mean, Johnny? Johnny, if you can't be appreciative and grateful for being chosen first out of everybody that's on here today, that you actually got a bit of insight and guidance, then we have a problem, my friend. We have a bit of a problem. Maybe tapping into the gratitude and appreciation of anything is where you might need to start. Otherwise, you won't be receiving everything that you call in for yourself. Oh, it's a Seth's birthday. Maybe this energy you'll meet at the birthday party or somewhere. Yeah. Where are these spiritual attacks coming from and how do I make them stop? How do I escape the situation I'm in? All right. Spiritual attacks are pretty real. And if I was everybody in this community, no matter how spiritually aware or enlightened or sensitive you are, I would grab a piece of black tourmaline and wear this at all times. I would have it in my home, in the corners of your rooms and all that sort of stuff. It's it's dip- I'm just learning about all this sort of stuff myself when it comes to the theory side of it, because I'm just an energy reader. So um basically, when your energy rises and you go through a spiritual awakening, and therefore your energy ascends into a higher frequency, a high level of consciousness, those who still choose to vibrate in the dark or in the lower end of the spectrum, they will project an energy that will try to pinch you off from the light, pinch you off from the source and the supply, or they'll try to manipulate your energy in some way. Most of the time, you can't see it. It can come from anywhere. It seriously can come from anywhere. But the best thing to do for each individual is to do daily non negotiable practices that will keep your vibration as high as possible so that type of energy cannot penetrate you. Look, I know you all like to be penetrated. but it's not by that type of energy. So it is about shielding your energy each and every day by everyone does it in a different way. Just remember that everything in life is intention. So you can put yourself into a big golden white safe bubble and protect your aura that way. For me, it's through my mindset, thinking more positive thoughts, because the better you think, the better you feel, and the more you can only manifest the same. I like to do it that way. Cleansing residual energy is important. When it comes to personal, you may have to sit with a shaman or speak with somebody who can actually identify where it is for you as an individual. But there's a big psychic warfare happening at the moment, but it just depends on what side of the fence you choose to sit on. I would, if I was you, Alpha, if I was in your physical shoes, I wouldn't fight the energy. I know this is going to sound easier said than done, but I wouldn't fight the energy. I would really tap into myself. I would call upon your spirit team because they're there waiting to help you. Go higher if you need to. Jesus, God, whoever your belief system is. If it's not, and you have a past loved one or a past loved pet, anyone in the non-physical, call upon them and to ask them to show you the way. How show me the way, show me the way. Where do I need to go? What do I need to do? Can you remove these people from my energy? Because they will. Build a relationship with you and your source, your belief, your higher consciousness, and go into prayer. Because the light will always defeat the dark. Always. I don't know your age and I don't know your specifics, and it's an energy that I don't have sort of like the space or the time to tap into fully. But the only way that I can help you today is to remember that you are a sovereign being to your core. You come here for fun, abundance, joy, and prosperity. You are the creator of your own reality. So, in a law of attraction sense, when you can find 5, 10, 15 minutes to yourself, close your eyes, go within and picture what walking out that door feels like. Who's waiting for you on the other side? Who's going to help support you when you do release the attachment that is there? This is all guidance based on the fact that you're over 18 and that you do have the ability to tap into your sovereignty. Obviously, people under 18, it's a bit difficult because you're still under legal ties and binds and stuff like that. But the best thing I can help you with right now is to really tap into freedom and what that looks and feels like for you, and ask spirit, beg spirit if you have to. They're waiting. They don't Spirit and the universe don't hear your words. They feel your vibrations. So and your frequencies. So if it's based on freedom and a movement and not having to answer to anyone and all that sort of stuff, then so it shall be. So it shall be. They will present to you numerous ways in which you can be released from what you're experiencing. But in the meantime, I send you so much love and I send you so much positivity. I know of people that have released themselves from similar um sex and stuff like that. So you can do it too, and you will do it too. So yeah. Well, I would, Alpha, just to help you again, I would stop that dialogue of we're trapped, because you're sending out a frequency and a belief that you're trapped. And there's nothing that can sort of stop that frequency, only you guys. What I would encourage you to do, because that's pretty hefty belief system, is you say, look, we feel very trapped right now and we feel like we have no choice, but we will find a way. We will find a way. There's so many out there that have escaped this entrapment before. I might go and have a look and see who's done that. Everything's always working out for me. I would really, really, really start telling the story of how it is. rather than I'm trapped, I'm in this cult, I've got no choice, I've got nothing, because it doesn't matter how much you want it, doesn't matter how much you desire getting out. That's the way you're going to experience it in the next few months, years and stuff, because you're um what's the word for it? You're validating that. You want to validate the opposite. So, all right. Well, I'm heading off now, guys. Glad to hear that your back's better. Ben, maybe you put it out, creating children. Congratulations once again. So, yeah, thank you all so much for joining me again. I absolutely love you all. Stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe, hit all the links down below. And yeah, if you want raw, unfiltered Dan from now on and watch my process becoming a silhouette dancer, cage dancer, whatever I'm going to be, and or you want to start getting into the dating pool and you want me to energetically screen some people or maybe help you identify why you're not manifesting the mate that you're manifesting, I want you to get laid in the year 2025 and beyond. But anyway, jump over to Bold and Intuitive. I'd love to see you there. If not, keep following Miss Psychic D. I will still add psychic insight and guidance over there for you all. But yeah, until then, have an amazing weekend. I love you all, and I'll see you again soon.